Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the FUT Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. The World Cup has completely changed FC26. I think it is fair to say that this content that we have right now in this game is the best content that we have had all year long. From the objectives and all the things to do and all the rewards inside of here to the Evos, of course, including the free Pelé Evo that we got yesterday, and to the SBCs finally giving us a promising, unlimited, repeatable upgrade pack that is better than anything else that we've had this year. We're finally getting the level of content that we've hoped for so long. Now, we have leaks that it could get better as well, especially in regards to those upgrade packs, as the beloved 85x10 pack SBC is expected to drop today. Remember, that was leaked a couple days ago. Well, today's the day that's on watch. But also, guys, Path to Glory cards are the hottest investment in this game, and we have got to talk about them in today's video. Of course, we're expecting more PTG player SBCs today as well, and maybe some other content as well. Let's discuss it all, guys. If you're excited for this World Cup content and you're enjoying Path to Glory, drop a thumbs up in the video, hype the video, and subscribe if you are new. Now, we're going to cover yesterday's content from top to bottom, starting off with objectives. And maybe one of the biggest things to note is EA changed the Journey of Nations completionist objective. If you got the Hugo Sanchez card and it didn't give you progress on Maradona, EA changed the objectives here so that after you play one match, which with each of these players that you earn from the week of the continent that comes out of this Journey of Nations, you will get progress towards Maradona. So make sure once you get Hugo Sanchez, Alawayan, Okocha, and the other cards in the upcoming weeks, make sure you do not just automatically put them into an SBC if you're not going to use them. Make sure you play with them one game and you will be able to get progress towards Maradona. So that's one thing to mention from inside of objectives. But in objectives yesterday, there really wasn't much that was new. In the campaign tab, we have the Path to Glory Week 1 objective. And this is kind of just a very simple objective that gives us 20 Festival of Football tokens as the group reward. You got just a player reward here that is a customizable National Pride card. You have some SP in a couple of packs and 10 more tokens. So 30 tokens in total. I was hoping that we would get more than that yesterday, but there actually are more tokens on the way, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Those tokens are going to be coming out tomorrow on Sunday as a part of content in a new live event, but you know, that's all the tokens that we got yesterday, unfortunately. Now, since we're here talking about these tokens, I want to visit the token store because EA removed 2 of the Evos that were inside of the regular Festival of Football token store because I guess there were issues with them. You might notice that the gold standard, I think it was 500 tokens, and the main event, the 2000 token Evo, have been removed from the store because EA said they're investigating an issue. I'm not quite sure what the issue was because really very few people would have gotten the gold standard Evo and nobody has the tokens yet to get the main event Evo. So I'm not quite sure what is going on there. They said that they would be re-added at a later time. Of course, as we get more and more tokens, we're going to be able to get to 500 into 2000. I mean, 2000 not until next week, but that 500 token gold standard Evo is a pretty solid one. So hopefully that gets added back into the token store very soon. Just wanted to mention that if you were looking for those. Now, let's go on to yesterday's Evo content where we had a very nice cam Evo. I was kind of expecting that this one wouldn't hit because it would only allow 2 Playstyle Plus players into it, but EA is finally releasing Evos that boost stats up to, I mean, power curve pushing areas. We're talking 94 pace, 95 shooting, and 95 dribbling on the Donovation Evo, named after Landon Donovan, a center attacking mid Evo that really creates a striker. It gives the finesse plus playstyle plus, then technical, then a 5-star weak foot and the low driven shot, also giving 8 base playstyles in here, which is nice, and the striker position alongside with it. So if your card does not have a striker position, like for me, Bobby Charlton, who I've been evoing since the beginning of the year, kind of an evo legend for me, gives him striker position to go along with his cam and left wing. Like, this is a card that I think I'm putting into this because that is a very good stat boost for 100,000 coins. Of course, he's 5'5 already, but it takes him to 5'5. You get the nice Path to Glory card design as well. this is just a nice evo. Like, I mean, this is a surprisingly nice evo for the stats that you can get boosted here. So I am a fan. If you take a look on FUTBin, the Messi card, which is available in that 500k Summer Sensation player pick in the store, is one of the most popular from this. The SBC Kaká, the little bro Kaká, looks very good as well. This evo doesn't really boost passing, so you need to have somebody who's got solid passing already to go into this to get the best card out the end. This Brendan Aronson for me does look really good, but he's got a card in Season Pass, so I may not evo him there. Maybe I'll evo Balogun here. We'll have to see, but that is a very solid evo for 100,000 coins, 100%. Now, the other evo that we had yesterday, the other regular evo, is inside of training camp. If you missed it, this Meep left back evo inspired by Alphonso Davies is a very good evo as well, and it is a training camp evo, so you don't have to play any games to get this done. You just have to redeem it every time the timer runs out. So 18 minutes, all the way up to an hour and a half, 90 minutes of total time you've got for this evo from start to completion, and it's only allowing 2 playstyle plus cards in it, but it does give quick step, intercept, and pinged. I mean, it is a very nice evo because it gives the pace boost up to 96. You can give Jordi Alba a 96 pace boost there. That's very solid. I've got a Udogi card here for Spurs going up to 96 pace as well, and even if it's like a left mid card, this could create a really nice item. I got a DeMarcus Beasley here that goes up to 96 pace as well with quick step and already having rapid and incisive. So it is a good evo. I wouldn't say that it's like downright crazy, but for one that you just have to wait an hour and a half for, that is pretty solid with the playstyles that it does give. Now, probably the most exciting evo yesterday, of course, has to be for the free Pelé that we all got for logging in. And first of all, W dynamic image for this Pelé card. The color, the vibrant yellow of that Brazil kit is absolutely phenomenal for this Pelé dynamic image. The card design itself is whatever, right? But it's the image of Pelé that looks pretty sick. Of course, you get that card. It's in your pack section if you didn't get it. You open the pack, send it to your club, then you get to choose. Do you want right wing, left wing with finesse? Do you want striker with low driven? Or do you want to go the way that I went and choose center mid and get incisive? Now, I chose the center mid card here to be honestly unique, and for the fact that he gets 91 interceptions and the incisive plus. I plan to play this card as a center attacking mid, and I thought that the incisive plus playstyle would be the best for that role. He's already got the pinged base. He's got fine finishing attributes, good ball control attributes. So I was totally fine giving him this boost. And of course, guys, as you know, and this is kind of a niche thing, not that I'm going to drag back Pelé into the defense, but 91 interceptions basically means that he has intercept base playstyle as well. That was one of the new things gameplay wise that was added to this latest patch. Basically having 90 plus interceptions gives you the same animations as having the intercept base playstyle. So that's why I went that route with the Pelé card there. But EA also gave us a look into how we're going to boost this card up. And there was a little picture in game. I don't think it's showing right now, but there was a little image in game that showed us how we can boost Pelé up over the course of time. Of this promo. Actually, yeah, it's right here in game. That's a very nice little image there. We will be able to upgrade him on June 27th, July 11th, July 15th, and July 19th. So we do have to wait a bit, but he's going to be getting some nice boosts across the rest of his upgrade path, going up to 4 playstyle pluses, getting a couple of +1 overalls, ending up going at a 96 rated card with a 5-star, 5-star, and 4 playstyle pluses by the end of the World Cup. So it's kind of like we just get to upgrade our Pelé during the course of the World Cup. As you can see there, the +1 overall will be the next upgrade in a few weeks, then the 5-star weak foot to go to 5-5, then the +1 to a 95, and then the final +1 to a 96, and the 4th playstyle plus. So honestly, for a free Pelé card, I mean, it is dope. Love the image on the card. Love the opportunity to change what position you want to add to him and make that more unique. And it's Pelé. He is very good in game. I wouldn't say he's like the most broken, but he's very good. And as I'm trying out this new formation, he's probably going to slot in here at a center attack in mid position, and we're going to try him out. So that is the situation with the Pelé card yesterday. Just pick the one that's best for you. A lot of people wanted to go with the Finesse Plus. That's maybe the most meta option, but just pick the one that is best for you, your playstyle, your formation, and all of that. Now, let's go to SBCs, where honestly, we had the biggest surprise yesterday. This is where things got great in terms of content. First of all, we had the Cody Gakpo SBC. As you can see, he is already done and completed, and in my starting 11, as you just saw, the 8 squads that you had to complete for this Gakpo SBC, they were a little higher rated than I thought, right? We got a 91, we've got a couple of 94, to be in fact, 90 rated squads inside of this, and then a few 89s, and that's it. 8 squads for Gakpo. He's coming in right around 420,000 coins, but the 66% upvote here I think is spot on. I actually think this should be a card that a lot of people think about completing, and I think the reason why we had a few higher rated squads inside of here than what we normally see is because this is a live card. That's one of the things we kind of have to remember as we look at these cards, is the fact that live cards are going to command a little bit more of an SBC price because there is that added what if they do go ahead and get the upgrades, and that's an important part about these live cards. That's one of the main reasons that we do these Path to Glory items. Now, actually, I'm going to search real quick so you can see the dynamic image on this Gakpo and all these players. I think the Gakpo image is good. I think the Gakpo playstyles and the stats are very good. He is lengthy as a left mid with the marksman. This is a very, very good left mid card. I mean, the playstyles are like perfect for a left mid. And if Netherlands do have a nice run, this card has a very, very good chance of looking crazy with the upgrade. So I think that is an amazing value SBC. I think that one may be the best out of all of the Path to Glory SBCs that we get. We'll just have to see. Now, to the rest of yesterday's content in SBCs, we have a Mateo Chavez Mexican left back card. If EA are going to continually drop national pride cards for fully customizable with playstyle pluses, players from different nations as we go throughout the World Cup, huge dub. I love this. Just a random player, right, that we get to customize and add playstyles to if you're trying to build a Mexico team, if you need an Eredivisie or a Mexican left back. Not a great card, but not a bad one, and it's super duper cheap. It's 23,000 coins. So honestly, that is a thumbs down SBC on Footbin. That is a thumbs up SBC for me from the idea that it is. Now, to the best part of yesterday's SBC content, besides Gakpo, that is the upgrade pack grind. We have an 84x2 unlimited repeatable upgrade pack that only takes 6 rare golds. This is awesome. We've had the 83x14 and the 84x10 only be able to be completed 3 times per day for ages. We've had 83 plus player picks that have been cool, you know, and that were solid, but having an 84x2, that is going to be a fodder simulator. You are going to be able to pack walkouts a decent amount of the time from this. You're going to have a decent chance at packing promo cards from it as well. And the fact that you can build so many of those each and every day, doing your provisions packs, doing your max 78 gold rare upgrade packs as well. Right there, first one, I get an 84 and an 87. This is a very, very good value SBC. We are missing one small thing with this upgrade grind though, because all of your rare golds 82 rated and below are perfect for this SBC here. The problem is you're going to run out of rare golds a lot faster because we don't have an SBC to rinse our commons into to turn them into rares. If EA literally just re-released the TOTS crafting SBC, I mean, we'd like an objective with it as well, but if they called it the Festival of Football crafting SBC and objective and gave us that 77x5 pack back, we would have an elite menu grind right now, because right now we're just struggling with the place to put our common golds. Now, with the common golds you do have, you're going to want to go into those, 80 plus 5 of 10 player picks. Then you're going to want to go into the max 78 gold rare daily upgrades 7 times a day. And then after that, probably just the regular standard gold upgrade packs, because at least that gives you 2 rares. Guys, you want to get as many rares as you can and put them into either this 84 plus times 2. And as you can see here, I'm getting some decent pulls, or you're going to want to put them in the other upgrade pack that we got. We've got options. That's another great aspect of a menu grind, is when you have opportunities, you have options and a choice. We have a 1 of 3 83 plus summer tournament nations player pick as well. If you're like, Nate, I'm more of a player pick type of guy, you can turn your gold rares in here because this is condensed down to all the 48 nations of players that are 83 plus that are in this World Cup. And guys, this still only requires 4 cards. It does require gold rares, but 4 of them, I would highly recommend doing this. Now, I don't even know if I have enough gold rares to do this since I just rinsed the few that I had in my club into, I have no gold rares right now in my club because I just rinsed them into 84 plus times 2s. But this is actually going to give you a higher chance at packing Path to Glory cards that are in packs because, of course, all those PTG cards are from nations that are in the summer tournament. I mean, the World Cup. So this is also a very, very good upgrade pack. What I would tell you to do is try them out. Try both of them, the 84-2 and the 83 plus pick, the summer tournament 83 plus pick. See which one gives you maybe the most high rated fodder. See which one gives you the most Festival Football PTG pack pulls, and then go from there. Both of those are very, very good. Find the one that works best for you and go with it. But I like both those SBCs, and it feels like we are, again, just one like TOTS crafting type of SBC away from being at a literal perfect pack grind on this game. Now, the other SBCs we had yesterday that helped themselves in this pack grind is the Festival Football Continental Upgrade North America. So perfect for those who are trying to pack PTG cards from USA, Mexico, Canada, Haiti, and Panama. This is a simple 82 rated squad for an 82 plus times 5 pack. I mean, it's not like the most crazy pack ever, but it is worth doing, I think. I like these continental based upgrade packs. I think it is cool. And I think we may be getting one of these every single day. Like we'll probably have another one today. Maybe they'll go for Asia. Then we'll go for, Europe. Like I think they'll mix it up and drop a continental upgrade every single day. So if there's a player from the Path to Glory team that you're chasing, make sure you open up that specific continent of those upgrades there. Also, we have a grind upgrade pack that dropped yesterday. This gives you 5 golds, 85 to 89 rated for an 84 rated squad. The nice thing about this is it's going to be a perfect place to put all those 84s that you get, right? You notice when doing the 84 plus times 2, you do get a good handful of 84 rateds, and this is going to be literally the perfect place to put all those 84s that you do get. Of course, there are other places to put 84s as well, but this is just going to be a place that if you're hunting 89s and 88s and some high rateds for your club, this is going to be the place to do that. So like if I put in an 80 here, does that do it? Yeah, that does it. So I got all 84s and 180. That takes me to a 85 to 89 pack done there. And of course, you're hoping to get an 88 or an 89. Those are not incredible value, but at least it is something. And finally, last but not least, we have the 91 plus TOTS Summer Tournament Nations player pick that was released as well. This is basically just a TOTS upgrade player pick. It's a 1 of 3, but again, it's from the nations that are qualified for the World Cup. It is still an 85, 86. Actually, they added an 87 rated squad to this SBC here, but this is a way to get easy team of the season cards if you need to do so. And again, if you want to try to get them from the 48 nations that are in the World Cup. Speaking of team of the season cards, guys, EA, surprisingly enough, did not supply them yesterday. Remember how we were worried about that tradable pack, SBC pack that might be added to the game that would maybe drop team of the season prices because it would give out tradable TOTS cards and supply the market. That didn't happen. So TOTS cards yesterday went from like 22, 23K up to 25 to 26,000 coins. And the team of the week player pick that was tradable did not refresh either. And these have gone all the way up to, or at least they were, 14,000 coins. So if you need team of the weeks or team of the seasons, honestly, right now, what I'd tell you to do is probably invest in some team of the weeks, get them on bid for about 13,000 coins, 12,000 coins if you can. I think those will go up at the content drop today because people are still going to be doing 84 times 10s and other SBCs that require team of the weeks on the daily, and that's going to make those cards move up a bit more. I'm still thinking there could be a TOTS pack tradable that is dropped. It's just not out yet, so those TOTS fodder prices just continue to rise. Now, speaking of fodder, again, this is a very unknown scenario where we're at right now on the market in relation to fodder because we don't have regular weekly rewards that are supplying these cards. Now, yesterday, EA dropped a couple of very interesting things. They dropped tradable lightning rounds in the store, multiple different hours, and there were a lot of tradable packs and, a lot of packs in general that were open yesterday. But the store packs that EA dropped tradable was definitely the thing that was a surprise. It's like EA know like we've been talking about, that there is not going to be as much tradable supply for fodder hitting the market. You can see right now in the store, we've got the Away Days pack, the Continental Clash, and the Raise Your Flag pack and Global Limit Lightning Rounds. They are all tradable. In the promo pack section, I think they maybe dropped one tradable pack inside of here. Actually, no, they're all untradeable inside of the promo packs. But in global limits, there are tradable ones here. And that is one of the only ways that fodder is getting supplied at the moment. Of course, you can still take tradable rewards from FUT Champs with these token rewards that you get in here. But I'm really not sure how many people are actually doing that. If you're trying to make coins from Weekend League, you're probably taking your chance on like guaranteed Festival of Football PTG packs that are tradable, and you're probably not going for like, you know, the season token 1 bundle pack here that does give you, no, it's the 2 pack that's tradable. This does give you some very nice player picks, but like how many people are actually choosing this from their rewards? I still think that 88s and 89s are a good investment. I think it's a bit of a hold for the next couple of days, but I think it is a very good investment there to stock up on those cards. Look at 90 rated. 90 rated are going up, 10,000 coins for Rodri, 10,000 for Holland, VVD, and 11 for Bellingham. So I still think fodder is going to slowly rise. We're going to get more SBCs today, more player SBCs, and there's not going to be as much saved up pack supply to supply the market so that people will be buying more fodder instead of just using the fodder they have from their club. Now, speaking of those cards that are in packs, the Path to Glories. Guys, these cards, wow, they are rare. As you can tell, without having that extra Weekend League supply, even with the lightning rounds that EA are running, these cards are rare, and they, man, are, phew, they're getting invested in already. Like, you take a look at some of these players, they seem a bit expensive, but guys, remember, these are live and upgrading cards, and live and upgrading cards for the World Cup. People are going to be investing in these and investing early. If you were on the market yesterday during the laggy server fest of the menus that this game was, if you got any snipes, I was missing like all the snipes. You guys can go back and watch the VOD. I was trying to buy James Rodriguez for under 400,000 coins. I was trying to buy Araujo for 500k flat. Couldn't get any snipes. There was one more card too that I was trying to snipe that I can't remember. Anyways, the deals were there, and none of those cards are back down at those low prices, and I don't think they're going to go back down there. I think James Rodriguez is going to stay in the 400 to 500k range as his low point. Araujo's, you got to probably get him at 700k flat if you can. He's already now up 100,000 coins. These cards fluctuate like mad because they're rare. They're not getting supplied a lot in the market, and people are going to start holding on to these, just like we saw with Road to the Finals. It's probably the best example that we can talk about when it comes to these cards. Road to the Final cards got ridiculously expensive, right? Remember how Due was like 7 million coins on the market before the Champions League final started, and his card was like 1 million coins, 2 million coins way back when he was in packs, right? But he just went up because he got close to the crazy upgrades. Well, the same thing can happen here. Now, of course, the opposite can happen because, like we saw with the Road to the Final cards as well, if a club loses, or in this case, if a nation loses and does not advance any further in the World Cup, these cards are going to absolutely crash. But these are going to be the most popular investments. These are the hottest cards in the game for investing because of their live and upgrading aspect. So cards like Digne, who are very popular to invest in because he's French, or maybe another kind of more budget-friendly option for an investment would be, I don't know if you'd say Pulisic would be a budget-friendly option, or how many people are really backing the USA to get a number of wins. Maybe David Alaba. There's going to be a lot of cards in here that people want to invest in. A lot of them are, of course, you know, discard or almost discard price, and those are good to stock in your club, but most people have them. But if you want to buy one of these players for an investment, I think you got to start looking at their prices today, because again, guys, it all comes down to the store packs. Saturday have been days where EA dropped tradable store packs, and we talk about this every single week. But, you know, after today, there's going to be a lot less supply, I think, in the store. There could be some on Sunday. There could be a little bit on Monday and Tuesday. But as we get into next week, the World Cup is actually starting. And we're going to have games, and we're going to have people that are going to be holding on to these cards and holding not just through the first set of games for upgrades, but holding like into the round of 32, into the round of 16, as a nation like England or a nation like France with this Digne, or even Araujo with Uruguay would be expected to progress to that level. Your prices of those cards then should just continue to slowly go up in price. The further they go in the tournament, the more they're going to go up. These cards will be fantastic investments, but like I'm saying, maybe an early rise today on Saturday, like you're already seeing here with the Rauho, maybe you see a bit of a rise, and then you see a bit of a drop around the content time. There was already a lot of huge spikes yesterday. Marmouche was 630, went up to 800, now is down to like 590. He was 580,000 coins. Could a guy like Marmouche, who's maybe not expected to get a ton of upgrades, but still be a card that people want to use, go up to like 650 or 700 today? Yeah. Could he come back down around the content time? Yeah. I think you really got to watch these cards today, and it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to time the low point for these. But when you see a price that looks low, when you see a price that is kind of like near the lowest that player has been, using the footbin graphs, the footbin graphs are going to be an immense help for you trying to figure out what the best price is to buy one of these cards. But once you see a card get down to near that low point from where they're at on the graph, on the daily, then I think you're going to be wanting to send the coins. It's really hard for me to say, oh, yep, when Bukayo Saka hits 2.5 mil, that's the lowest point. You don't really know. You're going to be guessing on what the lowest point will be, but I can tell you this, almost every single card in this team next week will be more than it is tomorrow. Or today on Sunday, tomorrow on Monday. That's kind of the vibe that you're looking at with a team of players like this, unless EA do something crazy. So we need to be ready to invest in these cards very, very soon. So do some research, and I think in the next 2 days, will be the time to buy. But I say do research because you're going to want to focus on the nationalities, the teams that have the best chance of going far. Now, let's talk about FUT Champs just a little bit, because a lot of people are wanting to pack those cards from FUT Champs rewards, and they're maybe going into the token store after they finish their FUT Champs games, and they're deciding what in the world rewards should I be taking. And that's the biggest question mark right now. The Champs token store was opened yesterday right on the start of FUT Champs, and this is the whole conversation topic right now in this game. As somebody who is hoping to get 10 wins, terrible start for me this week in league. I'm 0-2, right? 10 wins gives you 600 Champs points. It feels a little demotivating for me to see that at 10 wins, all I get to choose is one player, or I get to choose a couple of smaller packs. And maybe that's just me, knowing that, last week I got 2 red picks for Ultimate Team of the Season. And sure, they weren't very good. And throughout all of Team of the Season, we had 2 red picks. Some of the weeks were better than others in terms of the weight. But on top of that, you got tradable and untradeable packs. So going in here and having the option is cool to use your tokens how you want to use them. But also, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh man, like it's kind of rough at the same time, because I feel like I'm getting whatever options I would try to figure out for using my 600 tokens. Again, let's say that I get 10 wins and I get 600 tokens. Whatever options I come up with to make some fun rewards, like this 400 token pack option here, and then maybe a 92x3 Festival of Football Team 1 player pack. That's 600 tokens. That still feels like a letdown and a little bit less rewards than I would get normally from FUT Champs. So that's just one thing that I'm kind of wrapping my mind around, that I'm not sure about how the worthwhileness of this feels. But at the same time, you get the choice. And I see nothing in here that says you can't save your tokens. I mean, this player, Berhalter, Danny Olmo, and Reece James, they're all set to expire for next week's FUT Champs. There's probably going to be 3 more players that are added to this. And maybe there's a player that I want to get. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to spend all my 600 tokens from Champs rewards this week. I want to spend them next week. Or let's say I don't even finish my Champs and I don't want to try to get 10 wins. Or if I'm like, I'm just going to try to get like 2 or 3 wins in FUT Champs, that's at least going to give you some tokens that you might save up for a couple of weeks and get something that's halfway decent. So there are a lot of positives and a lot of negatives to this right now. One of the negatives is, I guess, for those who were getting really high ranks, EA wasn't giving out all the tokens. I think it was Stokes on his stream got 15-0 and he only got 1,000 tokens instead of 1,500. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts on this. I'm trying not to be too critical of it right now. I just feel like my first reaction is like, oof, I don't know. Like, I'm struggling with it a little bit. I love the choice, but I feel like I don't get as many rewards, even though there's still good packs and objectives and a good SBC grind and stuff like that. It's just something I think I'm going to have to get used to and wrap my mind around a little bit, even though I do love the ability that we have to choose our rewards and have options. So I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on that in terms of the FUT Champs rewards token store that just dropped yesterday. Now, let's talk about the market a bit. We talked about the PTG cards. The rest of the market yesterday was kind of all over the place. It was an okay day to trade. There was a lot of panic right after content, but what you can see now is player prices really did rebound. This Marquinhos we shouted out on stream yesterday for 800,000 coins flat. He's now up to 950, 960. There was a whole bunch of cards that crashed and then exploded. Look at Elise. He's 655,000 coins. He was 480 yesterday in this dip right after content, after everything was coming out. Huge rise back there for him. Ousmane Dembele went from 1.2 mil down to 950K and then flew back all the way. It was actually at 1.3 mil at one point. So there was attackers, it was midfielders, it was defenders, all doing bits on the market yesterday, guys. It was actually a really, really good day to trade if you were able to time the lows, buy some good cards, and then sell them. I did pick up another Esme Brooks. I flipped a Bonmati. I flipped a couple of Patrick Guijarro. It was these rare cards that were some of the best to trade with, and I think they would still be good to trade with this weekend. If you're looking to make some coins, getting on just quick flips for Ultimate Team of the Season, especially for Play Style Plus cards, and some of these winners items that are still the most in demand, unique, and rare cards in this game right now. People are buying cards. They are playing FUT Champs because of the new token rewards, and the hype is just coming back to this game naturally because of the good content that we are getting. Now, let's talk about today on Saturday, because good content is expected to continue. Because, guys, remember a couple of days ago, we had the leak that not only are we going to have an 84 by 10 SBC that we get to do 3 times per day, but we are about to get a 85 by 10 SBC as well. This was the tweet that FIFA Trading Romania put out. He said 3 days left, and this was tweeted 3 days ago. So we're expecting the 85 by 10 SBC today. Now, this isn't just going to be any 85 by 10, I think, because in the pack code yesterday, there was an 85 by 10 summer tournament pack that was added to the code. And after seeing the summer tournament packs that were added to the game yesterday, the ones that we looked at, of course, earlier, like the 83 plus summer tournament nations pick, the 91 plus summer tournament nations player pick for the team of the season cards as well, I think that's the 85 by 10 that we're going to get as an SBC today. Now, is it going to be unlimited repeatable? I don't think so. But could this be 5 times repeatable? 5 times repeatable per day sort of situation? Maybe. That's going to be the real question mark with this, is what does it require? Is it going to be 1 squad? Is it going to be 2? And how many times can we repeat it? But nonetheless, that is going to be a very good SBC to farm some fodder, to at least hopefully, you know, even have a chance at packing a promo card from. We just love the 85 by 10. So that is one of the parts of the menu grind that we are really looking out for today. And like I mentioned, a crafting SBC and objective would do wonders right now in this game. I still have crafting packs saved up from Team of the Year, but I don't want to have to crack into those. I would just rather have a new one that came out for Festival of Football for everybody to do, and then have an objective tied to it. So watch out for those 2 things today. The crafting objective is not leaked. There's no news about that, but the 85 times 10 seems to be something that is possible for content today. Now, other SBCs, because that's kind of the main place that content looks like it's going to continue to cook. We have a long list of the PTG SBCs, right? We have the Odegaard, we have the Lucas Paqueta, we have the Shark Ferran Torres. This is going to be a very popular one because of the fact that Spain are looking primed to have a deep run into the World Cup as well. One of these player SBCs would be expected to drop today. And hey, maybe even another showdown. I don't think there's any showdowns that are leaked right now, but it just looks like we're on that level of content. Like EA is just going to be releasing a lot more content because it's the World Cup. They've upped the game, they've upped the ante, and at least one of these player SBCs I would expect to be dropped today, maybe even multiple, or maybe it's one of these Path to Glories, and then another one of the players like we had yesterday with Chavez as a National Pride card. So keep a close eye out for the SBC content today. And then in terms of everything else, probably we get an Evo. Question is, what sort of Evo will it be? Maybe a free one, maybe a chainer one. Could be maybe like a 50,000 coin one. Who knows? I expect some sort of evolution content to drop today. There's no leaks as of me recording this video. And the final thing that I want to mention actually isn't for today. It's for tomorrow. But it's worth mentioning today because we're wondering, where are we going to be getting tokens? If you see in the live events tab, there is this new Path to Glory, exclamation mark, live event that is going to be coming out tomorrow on Sunday. And this event, if you kind of mouse over to the progress here, you can see that there's a 40 token reward, there's a 170 token reward, and a 90 token reward as well. It looks like you're going to have to use some specific players from specific nations, or maybe these are highlighting World Cup matchups that are about to happen. But this is going to be a nice, that's 320 tokens if you add the 170 plus the 90 plus the 40. That's a nice chunk of tokens. I mean, that's the second biggest chunk of tokens that we have behind division rivals 24-point rewards in some of the higher divisions. So that's actually, this might be a must-play mode inside of live events this week. It looks like score 10 and then complete these certain modes with these different countries and different matchups that are going to be happening. And then you complete the group objective to get more tokens. So if this is decently easy, it's a first to 2 game mode, by the way. It's solo and co-op. It's an event mode. So first to 2 is super dope. Should mean the games go by pretty quick. That is actually very, very good for the weekly grind on this game. Again, that's not coming out today. That'll be coming out tomorrow on Sunday. But that is a big dub in my opinion. So that's probably the last part of today's Saturday content that I'd be looking out for. Maybe like a flash rush event. And if you're somebody who wants to get as many tokens as you can straight away, of course, we have the weekly rush points right now that gives 100 festival football tokens. So always when a flash rush event comes out, that is the best time to play Rush. But that is going to be the video for me today, guys. I'm going to be opening some packs. I'm going to head into the USA-Germany game today. If any of you guys are going to be there in Chicago, be on the lookout for me. Say what's up if you find me. I'm super excited to be seeing the USA play in person for the first time ever today. It'd be my first time ever, so I'm super duper excited for that one. And lastly, I got to mention the store packs here. I spent 1.2 million coins opening 2 of the 600k store packs yesterday. They have crazy odds. The festival, we didn't even say this, the festival football Path to Glory players are actually pretty packable, but it's because they have a lot of fodder cards that are in this team. It's a very large promo team. My best pack pull was Digne. Yes, Digne from France. I mean, it's not bad, right? Potential upgrades could be a very good card if they go long in the World Cup and have a long run. But 600,000 coins times 2. I'm hunting Pulisic, man. Pulisic is the guy that I would absolutely love to pack from these upgrades. I would also love to know from you guys, are the 83 plus picks hitting for you the best, or are the 84 times 2s? Because I'm trying the 84 by 2s right now, and I've got a handful of walkouts, nothing super crazy, and no promos, but I'm going to try the 83 pluses next. Again, it just seems like it's on a per account basis. Let me know which one works the best for you guys, and I will see you guys on another video tomorrow. Best of luck with your weekend league. Best of luck with your menu grind and your Evo grind as well. And I'd love to hear about who you guys do end up packing with all the stuff that you're opening right now. That's the video for me today. If you did enjoy, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment below if you have any questions. Of course, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in a video tomorrow. It's been TheFutAccountant. Catch you there. Peace out.